Hello, everyone in Dental Speaker Institute land. I'm Vanessa Emerson, founder of DSI and Dental Speakers Bureau, and I'm here with Danny Laneri with Swell. Hi, Danny.
Hey, Vanessa, how are you?
I'm great, and thank you for being here today. I was thinking about you earlier today. My husband and I were having a conversation, um, and I thought about Swell and their services, and I appreciate you hopping on for a quick chat that we can share with our group. It occurred to me how important things like online reviews are. Like, we all know that, right? But Jeff and I were having a conversation about needing to find a specialist and the best way to go about that. And so I was guiding him through the process, and it just made me think about you. And that's a piece of the puzzle of what Swell offers. But I wondered if maybe we could stop there or start there. I would really love to share with our DSI group a little bit more about Swell and what makes Swell special, what the services are that you offer, and how can they help plug this in with the practices they work with.
Sure. Well, thanks. I appreciate the question and the thought as well when looking for the specialist.
You
Yeah,
bet.
you hit it right there. The reviews really are they're the tip of the iceberg, the tip of the spear, the initial smell check, however you want to put it these days when we as business patrons or patients of practices, you're out looking for a specialist, we are looking for social proof, and the quickest way that we can find practices in our areas, get to the bottom of whether they would be a good fit or how other peers like ourselves have felt about their experiences in their practices, and then connecting with those practices as quickly and as conveniently and in the most personalized way possible. And enter Swell. This is why Swell exists. Number one is we want to make sure that we can get those experiences, those rave reviews front and center for practices, so that when you two search, that's the very first thing they see, is that in that initial Google map pack or right there front and center, or even just somehow organically searching through multiple options in the area, that you show up, your practice shows up, the practices you serve show up, and those patients are leaving rave reviews, and it's all facilitated through Swell. We send branded, personalized, very convenient requests at the end of the day for patients to leave that feedback for practices. We link that directly to their Google My Business listing. In fact, we're one of 3 companies that our reviews are actually powered by Google. We use a private Google API so that everything is authenticated. It literally goes from practice to patient, from patient to Google, and then the practice can respond directly through their Google My Business page, or excuse me, through Swell to their Google My Business page. So we've facilitated that whole initial experience. Collect more reviews, make it convenient, stand out, respond, improve your local search rankings, and then we have connectivity tools. Well, once they land on your website, how are they wanting to engage with you? In 2021, the data would say that they don't want to call in and spend 8 to 10 minutes verifying their insurance, spelling their last name if they're a patient of record, but rather submitting a simple question through a web chat or a web form submission or messaging the practice on Facebook. Really, it's light, it's with a mobile phone in hand, and we're connecting and helping practices connect conveniently through our tools. So we add web chat, we can stream the 10 most recent Google reviews right to the website to show more social proof, a live feed as they're coming in. Even 20 seconds ago, they'll reel in. You can request appointments through your web chat. You can send in, do you take Delta Dental? And can I get an appointment on Tuesday? And then connect with a 2-way text conversation with the practice. You could message them on Facebook, and Swell integrates the Facebook Messenger into that centralized inbox where all text messages, Facebook messages, web chats, it's all coming into one place. That's with cool. A history of the chat with the patient. So just, it's really standing out and connecting conveniently through automation and technology, and then continuing wonderful communications onward in the practice.
Oh, that's really awesome. And I've heard you say before, it's about emphasizing the tech, but also emphasizing the personal connection. And I think that's a really great platform you guys have created. It also makes me think how, this is not new to understand that we need to have patients making reviews, right? But if we don't have the systems in place, if we don't already have, it feels to me like it would be a great reminder for all of our speakers, who many of them also consult with practices, to go out and go do a search and see, are they even getting, has it been a year since they had their last review at their client's practice, and just make sure that their clients have this type of a system in place. And you guys make it so easy to be, but basically by setting that system up for them.
Right. Yeah, and to the point, with all of our fellow members that are consulting practices, whether they realize it and the practices they don't realize, or they don't realize this as well, but reviews are integrated into the Google algorithm in terms of the rankings. So Google is constantly tracking the Google My Business page, the star rating, the number of reviews, but the third and most important is the frequency or the recency that data is being refreshed or showing up on that Google My Business page. And so, like you said, our platform automates and facilitates all of that. But the side benefit is that for around $200 a month, we're actually benefiting their local search rankings and putting more and more eyes on their page and potentially landing on their website for a really simple tweak in automated reviews directly to Google.
Oh, that's powerful. And $200 a month is like nothing. That's what an amazing deal for all that they get out of it. That's got to make you guys feel good that you're providing such a great service to our community. Thank you for that. I really want to encourage any of our members who would like to know more to reach out to you. Again, Danny Laneri. And Danny, your email, I believe, is Danny, DANNY, at Swell, CX, SWELLCX.com. SwellCX.com is the website where you can learn a little bit more about it, how it works. But reach out to Danny and schedule, what did you say, 15, 20 minutes to take a quick run through and answer questions, a little demo. I'm like figuring it out for you. I can let you tell me, right? But something, I know everybody's busy, but I think that it would be so beneficial to our practices out there to know about this opportunity if they're not already. And we really appreciate Swell for being a member of our community, a member of our sponsoring partner family. We're excited that you guys are going to be back for Jumpstart 2022. Thank you for supporting dental speaker education. And I would love for you guys to give a little shout out in the comments below to Swell, and thanking them for helping us have our great Jumpstart meetings each year. Is there anything before we go that we haven't talked about that would be important for speakers and consultants to know about Swell and their services?
Like you said, I'd really love to. A lot of times, seeing is believing. You see how this connects, and it's pretty 1, 2, 3 approach with the way our system is built out and the way that we talk through it when we show a demo. So I'd love to walk through that. But I would also like to try to provide value in some way to our speakers and consultants and fellow members, is that we are growing rapidly and work with now just under 3,500 practices, and we're taking on quite a bit each month. And if there's any value that I can provide, or potential partnerships that you'd like to explore, or working with you in speaking capacities or events, or you have a membership that you feel Swell may be a fit for, you name it, I'd love to discuss and see how we can structure a win-win relationship, or how I may be of service to some of you. And please feel free to reach out and engage.
Tammy, thank you. Thank you for that. That's huge. That's really huge. Thank you. And thank you for being a friend and a collaborator with dental speakers. I know for many years you have been. I know that your heart's in this industry, and especially with our meetings professionals, and just really appreciate you. And thank you to Swell for what you guys are doing to make a difference in our industry. I just think it's an amazing service that you offer that's so affordable that I'd love to see, more and more practices learn about this. So thank you for being with us today. And until next time, everyone, Danny at swellcx.com is where you need to reach out to Danny if you'd like a little bit more information. So thanks, Danny, for sharing with us today.
Yeah, thanks, Vanessa. Appreciate it, and sure honored to work with you guys.
Thanks so much. Bye all.
Bye bye.